Good morning, everybody.
Hey, good morning. Happy Tuesday.
Tuesday? I thought it was Monday.
It feels like a Monday, but it's already Tuesday.
It
Thank
sure
goodness.
feels like a Monday, doesn't
We hope you had a good long weekend.
We did. We had 3 days off. Well, sort of 3 days off.
3 days
Almost
off.
3 days off.
Yeah, we baked cookies yesterday. Today's the last week, the final push for our cookie fundraiser for Our Hearts at Home.
Where are we at right now?
Well, you won't believe this, but on Friday we hit $10,020.
$10,000?
So we've raised $10,000. We've already sold 3,340 heart-shaped cookies, so we're thrilled about that. We baked way more yesterday so that we're ready for this week, and we're excited. Let's see how high we can take this up. So if you want to spread some love, you want to pick up some cookies and give them to the people that you love, this is the week to do it for sure. We've got 4 days left in our fundraiser.
Come buy some cookies, or you can order them online at bayvillagecoffee.com.
You know what's super awesome too is the rock that went through our window. Everyone knows May Porter has painted it. She has dropped it off to the hospital foundation, and we think that the auction is going live today. That's what we heard. We're not 100% sure.
We'll get the details. We'll put them on our Facebook page.
That's
And,
awesome.
yeah.
As soon as we know, you'll know. People are saying they're interested in bidding on this rock.
That rock is fantastic.
It's amazing and
It
magical,
really is.
really. So,
She really went above and beyond on that rock. So I hope it brings in a lot of money.
yeah, we're really excited about that. I did something fun this weekend.
What did you do?
I went on an epic snowshoeing hike on Saturday. It was fantastic. I have some pictures here to show you. I'm going to put them up in a second. But 3 friends and I, we started at Sturgeon Bay. We hiked up a mountain, across 2 lakes till we got to Loch Lomond. We hiked across the frozen Loch Lomond. It was beautiful. And then up and then down the mountain on the other side. 24,271 steps, the equivalent of 59 flights of stairs, 18 and a half kilometers. It was epic. Here is a little bit of a video that I took just to share with you. Here it is. How amazing is that? It's such a beautiful lake. Just incredible. It's just All right, hey everybody, we're back and we have a guest for you today. Our guest is Dr. Alexandra Bastiany, and she is a cardiologist here in Thunder Bay. She is actually the first Black female interventionist cardiologist in Canada. So we're very, very proud to have her with us here today. It's Heart Month, so we're going to be talking to her about heart health. Welcome, Alexandra. Thank you for coming today.
Hi, you got it right.
Now, how did we meet you?
Well, it's funny because I live not too far, and I just love coming here at this little cute shop, Bay Village, and I'm having my chai right here. So I became a very, very, a client that was kind of here every day. Here I am.
And there's Tokyo, too.
We have the best customers here at Bay Village Coffee. There's no doubt about it. And Dr. Alex has the most amazing puppy. Tokyo. We love the people here, but the dogs are, we love the dogs too at Bay Village Coffee, that's for sure. So, Alexandra, you are not from Thunder Bay.
No, I'm not. So I am from Montreal. I was born and raised in Montreal. And then I left. When I finished med school, I left and I went to the other side of the country to Edmonton to do my specialization. As you said, I was the first Black interventional cardiologist woman in Canada. So I finished that. It was 2 years, and then I came back to the east and got a job in Thunder Bay, and I haven't left since then.
Oh.
Yeah.
So how did you end up in Thunder Bay?
Well, that's funny because there's not a lot of jobs.
Uh-huh.
So when you finish, it's hard to find something. But here there was an opening here, and I applied, and here I am. And it was probably the best thing, to be honest. I'm really happy to be here.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it that you like about Thunder Bay?
Well, first of all, I love how, you know, I live by the marina, so I have like this best view and the sleeping giant, and I go for walks, and you know, I have friends who have camps up north, so we go and, you know, we walk, and it's just fun to enjoy nature. And I didn't really get to do that much in Montreal because I was a city girl, and I'm still a city girl, but I love to enjoy the outdoors. The people that work here are amazing. So my team workers, my teammates at work are just awesome. I get to do what I like almost every day. I really can't complain. So yeah.
Right. Well, we are very glad to have you here in Thunder
Thank
Bay,
you,
that's
thank
for
you.
sure. And of course, we're glad to have you here with us this morning as
Thanks for
well.
having me too.
Thank you so much. It's Heart Health Month in February. We're doing our Heart Cookie fundraiser this month. We're going to ask you just this morning, what can we do as individuals to keep our health in the best possible shape so that we can ward off any kind of heart disease? What's your advice for us on that?
Well, there's a lot of things that people can do, so I'll talk to you and to you. Starting by buying a cookie. Those
Yes.
cookies are amazing. Thank you so much. But yeah, no, seriously, staying active is probably the one thing that people know about, but they kind of ignore it, not, you know, kind of, it's not necessarily our first priority. I think that staying active, and usually what we recommend is approximately 4 to 5 times of activity per week. Usually you go between, we usually say 30 minutes, but I usually tell my patients start with 15 minutes, go up to 20, and then, you know, you'll reach your 30 minutes just to kind of like, you know, make it a habit. So staying active is definitely one thing. The things not to do, so obviously smoking is, you know, people don't realize, but smoking is so bad for so many things. It's bad for your heart, it's bad for your lungs, it's bad for your eyes, it's bad for everything, your skin. It's just toxic, right? So yeah, so staying active, eat well as well. So usually what we recommend is Mediterranean kind of diet. So a lot of, you know, not a lot of meat, a lot of grains, a lot of what else? Oils,
Like olive
nuts.
oil, that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So we like those things. Good oils, of course, good fat. These are the main things that I don't want to overwhelm people, but these are really the main things that I would put my attention to. And taking your meds. If ever you were diagnosed with hypertension, like diabetes, you know, this kind of stuff, you want to take your meds, because people don't feel symptoms for this kind of let's call them conditions. I don't like to call them disease, because really it's kind of something you live with all your life. So if you have meds for high cholesterol, high blood pressure, or diabetes, it's definitely something you want to make sure that these things are controlled, because if these conditions are not controlled, you're at way much higher risk of having heart attacks and heart disease. So these are the main things. Yeah.
And that's really good to know. So sorry.
Our friend who we're doing this heart fundraiser for, Patty Hobbs, she had a heart attack in 2020, and she didn't realize that she was having a heart attack. She thought that she had slept wrong. She was having some neck pain and just didn't feel well, and so she had no idea she was having a heart attack. Why do women present differently than men?
Thank you so much for asking this question. This is definitely something that I'm interested in, women's heart health, so I'm really, really excited to answer that question. The one thing that's important to know is that women present with chest pain most often. People think that women tend to have atypical symptoms, so, you know, you mentioned your friend had jaw pain. So yes, women, their first presenting symptoms is usually chest pain. So this is important to remember. Now, we also, I say we, I'm a woman, yes. We also have symptoms that are different. We tend to present with different symptoms, or our symptoms of chest pain tend to be accompanied by different symptoms as well. So fatigue, you know, overall not wellness, you know, jaw pain, back pain, deep arm. So these things also happen, and women tend to have more of these symptoms than men also. So it's important to be able to recognize them. It's also important that physician in the emergency room recognize them. It's not just sometimes we know it, right? We just like, oh, it's nothing. We kind of push it until the big things happens. But sometimes these people tend to go to the emergency and they're turned back, or they're told that their symptoms are nothing because it's not typical symptoms.
Right.
So I think I'm so happy that you asked this question, because people need to be more aware of the symptoms of their body.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously not every time you have a job pain, I don't want you to go and freak out that you're having a heart attack, but it's definitely something you want to look into, right?
Absolutely.
Do you think that women are just plain tougher than men, and that is why women have heart attacks and just carry on with their lives? Man has a heart attack, let me tell you, we're going to tell everybody in town. We'll know right away. It's like the man cold, We suffer differently. But I'm wondering, are women just tougher?
Well, I personally think so. But scientifically speaking, I mean, I can't say nothing. Now, that being said, I think it's also important to know that women, we're different than men. We science tend to forget that, and all the studies that have been done mostly with men. Usually we tend to have something like 20-30% of women in studies, and big scientific studies, so you can understand that it's kind of hard to apply what we find in men and women. But what we do know, however, is that women have, if they have their periods early in their life, menopause is a risk factor as well of heart disease. There's a lot of stuff. Women tend to have more depression, more anxiety, and we know that stress is also, a risk factor. So we also die more. Let's say a woman have a heart attack, she has more chance of dying in the year after than a man compared to men. So these little things are also very important. So we want to. I spend a lot of my work in prevention, so I see my patients, yes, but even when I see patients at the hospital that don't have heart disease, I tend to give them advice just to prevent. Because there's having a heart attack and surviving is good, but not having a heart attack is better, right?
Yes.
So that's my approach.
Absolutely. Wow, we like that a lot. So this month, here at Bay Village Coffee, we're supporting the Our Hearts at Home campaign, which is to bring cardiovascular equipment so that surgeries can happen more often here in Thunder Bay. We'd like to just ask you, why do you think it is important, or do you think it's important to support Our Hearts at Home, and why?
Oh my God, this is super important, and thank you for doing that. Cheers.
Cheers.
Our Hearts at Home is definitely important. Why? Because this hospital, Thunder Bay Regional Hospital, is an amazing hospital with a lot of resources. However, in the cardiac department, we could be more. So currently what we do is we have interventional cardiology, just what I do, so we can unblock arteries, but with minimally invasive procedures. So we go through the wrist or through the groin. But what we want to be able to do is having cardiac surgery. So we want to be able to do heart, open heart surgeries here. What we usually do is we send our patients to Toronto. So we do a lot, but we can do more. There's a lot of equipment missing. We want to bring in surgeons and people, and so I think it's super important if you want to become a bigger center, offer better service to the community. This is definitely something that we want to support. So thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. Well, thank you.
We're really proud to support the campaign.
Yeah, we're so glad to have you here with us this morning, Alex.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you.
How's that chai tea?
It's amazing. My favorite chai tea ever.
Awesome. Okay, bye.